Chef David Payne here with Char-Broil to introduce the new Char-Broil Pinch of Sizzle line of brines, marinades, rubs, and sauces. Today we're here to prepare a Mystic marinated pork tenderloin. So let's go ahead and head to the kitchen and get started. Alright, I'm here today to talk about the Char-Broil Mystic Marinade, and I want to make it with pork tenderloins on our Char-Broil Quantum Grill. So let's go ahead and make our marinade first. We're going to start out with 1 packet or 85 grams of our Mystic marinade. Dump it into any old bowl. Make sure you have a large enough bowl that you have room for your meat after you mix your ingredients together. Alright, get it all in there. Then we're going to add 1.5 cups of oil. Just any vegetable oil, canola oil, any light oil will be fine. I don't recommend olive oil. Olive oil does have a stronger taste and can be a little bit much for a marinade of such, so I would definitely stick with more of a canola or vegetable oil. All you need to do is add your ingredients, add 1 cup of water. The directions are on the packet. You're going to mix this just enough to get all the ingredients kind of dissolved in your mixture, just for a minute or so. The pork tenderloins, all I've done is I've taken the pork tenderloins, I've trimmed them up just a little bit to get any excess silver skin that may have been on the tenderloins off, and the tenderloins are now ready basically to be put in our marinade. We're just going to drop them into the marinade. We're going to mix it up very well. Just make sure we get the marinade on all of them. It seems like they're going to be submerged enough in the solution. We can just cover it with some plastic wrap. And we'll go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. We'll pull it out tomorrow for when our guests come to grill them on our Quantum Grill. Alright, we took our pork tenderloins out that we marinated for about 6 to 8 hours. We're going to go ahead and take these to the grill. But before we go to the grill, we want to take them out of the marinade. And we're going to want to let this meat rest. I don't know, 20, maybe 30 minutes. You want the meat to come up to like room temperature or close to room temperature before going to the grill with it. Because what we're going to try to do is sear it on our grill, get some nice marks on it, lower the temperature, and then just let it get to an internal temperature of about 145. Here we are outside on the Quantum Infrared Charbroil Grill. We're going to go ahead and sear off our pork tenderloins. I've preheated this for about 15-20 minutes on high. I've now reduced it down to medium-low. We're going to go ahead and put some nice sear marks on there. You can see, got plenty of heat. All we're trying to do at this point is really sear off our meat on both sides. One thing the Quantum Grill is excellent for is it really does keep the flaming down. This marinade does have some oils and things in it, which normally on a normal grill would fire up and flame very, very heavy. I think we're under control with this because we do have this infrared technology, which works very, very nicely for making nice sear marks and also for not causing any fires on your grill, so it works out very well. We're going to go ahead and put the lid down on the grill for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and turn our tenderloins and color them on the other side to get a nice good sear on the outside of them. Then we'll go ahead and turn that flame all the way to low, and then we'll let them go for about another 15 minutes or so, and your tenderloin should be done. The secret to good grilling is not to overly turn your meat. We just want to turn it once on each side, give it a chance to sear off real nicely, turn the temperature down, and let it slowly cook the meat. Alright, they get some nice coloring. You can see we have no flare up. Alright, we'll go ahead and give them a turn. We'll shut the lid again. And we'll let them cook for another, say, 2-3 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and see how our pork tenderloin's coming along if we're ready yet. Might be a little bit premature, but let's go ahead and take a look at where our thermometer is going to read on this. When you're putting your thermometer into the meat, it's very important you don't push the thermometer all the way through the meat and that it ends up on the grill because it'll read much hotter than it really needs to be. It's very important that you're conscious of pushing your thermometer only halfway into the meat that you're penetrating. You want to get to the center of the meat because you want to get to the coldest spot on the meat to confirm your temperature is accurate. Right now I'm reading about 140. We've had that in there for about 30 seconds to a minute, which means we probably want to pull this out and go ahead and let it cook for another couple minutes before removing it from the grill. Let's take a look at our pork tenderloins and see if they're ready. Again, let's put our thermometer into the meat about 3/4 of the way through. We're looking for an internal temperature of probably at least about 155, with the understanding that the temperature will come up about another 10 degrees or so after the meat has a chance to rest. Now the key to these tenderloins are, we want to go ahead and let these rest for about 10 minutes or so, because we really do want this product to keep cooking inside and for the juices to come back out and equally distribute throughout the meat so that we have a nice tender product all the way through. Our pork tenderloin's now rested. We're back in the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and slice it up, see how it turned out. You can see how juicy it still is. Cut them about somewhere between 1/4 and probably a 1/2 inch thick is probably a good thickness on a piece of pork tenderloin. You can go a little thicker because it is a very tender piece of meat. You can see how juicy it is. I think you'll be very happy with the flavor profile. Suggestions on how to serve the pork tenderloin. I recommend it with a side of pasta, goes with any Italian dish. Have it with the baked potato. You can have it with some rice. Goes good with probably like a wild rice, something like that, a little heavier. But I find that the Mystic Marinade has a little bit of an Italian flair to it.